Hello, hello. Whew. All right, we got a lot to talk about this week.
I mean, is it a problem if we have a 15-minute?
As long as it's good.
Yeah, no, as long as I say we don't want to go over 20 minutes unless we really want to change the format. Yeah. But like I think as long as we're like hitting it and we're laughing and we're saying funny stuff, like that's fine.
Okay.
All right, everybody, welcome to this podcast. Episode unknown.
Who the hell knows?
We don't
Title
care anymore.
unknown.
It's all falling apart.
Carol Weekly / Worldwide. Whichever you want to say. I said, by the way, I said Carol Worldwide as a total joke, and people were running with it.
I like it.
I mean, I guess that's like the level
or
of
Universal. I mean, Universal's good.
Well, first the world, then the universe.
Yeah, we don't need to go interstellar yet.
Well,
we'll get
the
there.
Carol County.
Galactic, at least.
Carol Galactic? Oh, man. Okay. Episode 0 of Carol Galactic. I'm Dennis Twig, and I'm here with Randy and Steve.
That's right.
And we have an embarrassment of riches this week. Just a lot to talk about. Look, if you're waiting for the good, bad, and the ugly, too bad.
It's not going to happen today.
Too bad. Not happening this week. We got so much going on. So, Randy, you're bursting at the seams.
We need to give a shout out to our sponsor this week.
Yeah, we have a sponsor this week.
That's true. I just ate it. I should be appreciative.
I know.
We are all very full and very happy. Thank you to our sponsor, one of my absolute favorite places, Habaneros in Westminster.
That was the best Mexican I've had today.
That's the best I've had anywhere all the time.
Really amazing.
Anybody that knows me is laughing because you know I check in there several times a month. No joke. I've got nothing but good things to say about them. They make amazing margaritas. And listen, everybody, bring it in, take a knee. Can you cut my voice crack that I just did right there? Because I'm too excited.
This is the crunch of these amazing tortilla chips.
Yeah, that makes for really good podcasting.
Yeah, it does.
So they have a dish there. Remember I told you about Mediterranean? They have that.
Vesuvius.
Yeah, the Linguini Vesuvius. So we're wading through. Dennis is crunching.
No, keep going. This is ambient noise, guys.
Okay. Well, Habaneros has this dish that I discovered by accident. It's called a molcajete. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly, if anybody speaks Spanish. What it is, it's an iron cauldron filled with meat and a little block of queso. And I mean, it's a big cauldron. Like, I couldn't barely eat it all, but I did. I powered
couldn't
through.
barely, or you could barely?
I could barely eat it all.
Okay.
Thanks for the grammar check.
Yeah.
Now, you can get it in beef or you can get it in all seafood.
Oh,
wow.
Still with the queso. So I challenge everybody within the sound of my voice to go to Habaneros this weekend, either today or tomorrow, and order the molcajete and tell them you heard it on the podcast.
I've had good experiences at Habaneros. I've gone there with my daughter a lot just by chance because I think it's like on the way home and I like get panicked and right now she eats rice. One of the first times I went with her though, I was there with my wife and the server was a little new and he dumped a lot of chips on her head. So my wife was like nervous about going back there. As if
intentionally or accidentally?
No, it was just like an accident. My daughter didn't care.
I'm just trying to imagine how you dump chips.
It was like a reach and then some chips fell on her head and the baby didn't care. She was like a baby. But I kept going back.
Oh, it was on your baby's head, not your wife. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, my wife was like,
wow.
And I was like, whatever. This is good
chips
food.
on her head, oh no.
Yeah, it's like a child. But I didn't care because the food was good. And the baby was happy. And so I've been going back.
I'd be happy too. Yeah. I'd pay him to dump them on my head.
I've been going back and I've been getting the beef chimichanga, which is outstanding. Outstanding. I love it. I love the beef chimichanga. I think like we have an embarrassment of riches here in Westminster because if you think back 20 years ago, we didn't have very many options here, and now we have a very good Mexican place. So I'm very happy.
And a lot to talk about, so.
A lot to talk about.
None of it.
I'll stop talking about how our sponsor dumped chips on my child's head.
Yeah.
And instead, we'll talk about, but I like them. I like the chips. We'll start talking about there is a drone on the loose. Did you see this?
I did see it.
So there was a drone that this person purported was flying around and like flying up to their window as if this is like a normal occurrence. I think that if a drone's flying up to your window, you probably have like a 21st century peeping Tom, right? Like,
yes, absolutely. And a neighbor that you need to talk to.
Yeah, I don't think that's like, this is Google drones testing things out, hovering at your window. This one, I didn't actually find the post. I have to thank my source. My sister sent this to me for the podcast with the title Creepy. which I think is apropos considering there was a drone hovering outside a window. The post ends. Has anyone else in the area had this problem? No.
No.
No, and you should probably talk to somebody because we're not quite at the point where it's Blade Runner and drones just hovering outside of windows are like...
We'll get there.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
I think if we just throw a few more kids in cages, maybe we'll be there.
We will be there, yes. That might be necessary.
Yeah, right? So that was the drone. What about you, Randy?
Well, there was a big scandal on the Eldersburg online community, the Eldersburg unofficial group.
Wait,
D-Berg.
the E-Berg?
No, not the
No, the unofficial.
The unofficial group.
I thought you were verboten. I thought you were outcast. I thought you were persona non grata there.
I am. Well, I got another...
You got a tip?
I got a mole
Hey,
there, yes.
all you ladies who run it, Randy will still find out what's happening on there, okay? Up yours.
Well, this story bled out to everywhere.
Whoa.
Everybody was talking about it. I think a group was created because of this story, in fact, a splinter cell group. Well, so this woman, we'll call her Woman A, her boyfriend was at a local bar in Sykesville, and...
What bar?
It was E.W. Beck's.
Okay, that's a good place.
Good place.
And another woman...
Love Scott.
This is all alleged. You're a lawyer.
Great crab dip.
You let me know if I can...
Oh, not a sponsor yet,
No.
though. Now they owe us. Next week.
Let me know if I can say all this. Allegedly, this woman at the bar started grabbing this guy's arm, talking about his tattoos, and she gave him her phone number.
Okay.
So the boyfriend took it back to Woman A and said, "You're not going to believe what happened at E.W. Beck's. This woman gave me her phone number. She was hitting on me, wouldn't leave me alone."
So Woman A is the girlfriend.
Woman A is the girlfriend, yes.
Okay.
As I think the victim in this case.
Okay.
I believe my sense of jurisprudence is rather accurate.
Okay.
So the person A took a picture of the phone number and found and traced it to whose Facebook profile it was, and posted her picture in the group, in the Eldersburg unofficial group, with the phone number picture, and said, "Everybody stay away from this whore. She'll go after your husband, etc., etc."
Now, was he up at the bar with his girlfriend?
Picking up carryout for his girlfriend.
Picking up something else.
Well, I guess there's
So-
things to treat that, but
So anyway, it caused a big uproar. But the funny thing is, the admin ended up deleting it because obviously there was 1,000 comments on it, and people were split, saying, you don't know this woman, you don't know what really happened. It doesn't matter. It's her boyfriend. She shouldn't have given him her phone number, in my opinion. And I think she was right. And if you're going to shame somebody for doing that, that's life. That's the internet. That's social media. That's what happens. But then the admin of the Eldersburg group, who's from Colombia, in fact,
Makes sense.
posted a big thing about, "I've deleted the user who shamed this woman. She's a bully," and I think she said some bad personal karma is going to get to her, and I hope it does, or something like that. And then that became a whole big instance. So anyway, person A, I believe, was kicked off of the group, and it just created a huge scandal.
all right, let me back it up. Boyfriend's going to get carryout. Like, does he have like does one of his tattoos have his girlfriend's name on it?
No, I don't know.
So like, how is this
unknown.
other woman at the bar supposed to know he's taken?
We don't know.
So like,
He
I
was
don't
sitting at the bar.
Yeah, you're at a bar, man. Isn't that the
Yeah, but
fair
he's-
game? Take off the
Often the
ring.
point.
He's picking up burgers,
Well, yeah, I mean, maybe she's a bit forward, but she's not necessarily a homewrecker, right?
She tried to be, apparently.
Well,
But how did she even know?
yeah.
That, I don't know the details of their conversation.
See, I'm sorry.
Do we have-
Embrace debate? I'm against Randy on this one.
Do you have a screenshot of the phone number? We could just call her and find out.
We should get her on the phone right now. You can be against me. That's fine.
Hey, woman
I'm
A.
I think
against
that's
you.
the story.
This
And you're right.
This is Steve Lowe from Carol Worldwide. Is this
Click.
woman? Is this woman A?
She's gonna be woman B.
I'm sorry, woman B
Yes.
Woman A's girlfriend, woman B is interviewer.
is the one, right?
Yeah.
But woman
Yeah.
B's phone number was
Yeah.
wow.
Putting someone on blast like that, the boyfriend probably he could have just said nothing.
He
So he
probably
is
should
innocent.
have said just.
I don't.
I mean, what?
That's his problem,
Right.
and a lesson that he has learned,
Yeah.
hopefully now.
Yes.
I don't know. It definitely just seems like a human interaction where no one was like out to be the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like some guy at the bar, sweet tats, bro. Here's my number. Let's
And
knock
woman A
uglies.
could be flattered, right? I mean,
She should be flattered.
she should be like somebody else is hitting on my man,
Maybe she's into that. I guess she wasn't.
Well,
Anyway, there's other interesting stories happening, such as the scandal involving the Westminster Barber Shop. Now, apparently, the owner of the Westminster
I
Barber
need a
Shop,
haircut, so let's get on with this.
conveniently located at the Westminster Mall, open 7 days a week, smoke-free, was
What
called
about
out.
vaping? Can I vape?
No, there's no vaping there either.
Oh man.
But somebody put, like, he has all these stickers. He's got a lot of street team stuff. So somebody put a sticker on an expired event sign, and the owner of another local business called out the barbershop guy and said, "Look, you got to stop doing this publicly. Just want to let everybody know that Brian from the barbershop is putting these stickers over top of our event signs, et cetera, et cetera." Brian has no idea who did it. He doesn't know who did it. Somebody else did it, and now he's getting blamed for it. The owner of Westminster Barbershop,
So street team, give me some.
conveniently located in Westminster Mall.
Is street team
Are they paying us for this?
Is that a hired person? What's a street team?
A street team is when you have like if you have a business and you give some kids some stickers to go run around, throw them on stop signs
Okay.
and stuff like that.
Some like cheap promoters.
Yeah, cheap promoters. That's all it was.
I hope they at least got a haircut for that.
So that caused a big
Oh, it would
uproar
only
in
be
the
fair.
community.
Well, so the sign was expired?
Yeah, it was about an event that had already happened, and the sticker was placed on there days after the event happened.
I guess it's still ticky-tacky to, like, tag someone else's signage with your own stuff, though.
Yes,
That
and
seems
then-
pretty ticky. That seems pretty bush league.
Well, on top of that, Doug from B Flat Barbecue put his photoshopped his sign on top of that one.
now that's
That's
a master
awesome.
stroke of trolling.
That is good.
Yes,
That's
it is.
master stroke of trolling.
B Flat Barbecue available
That could be a
for
weekly
events.
award on Carol.
and catering.
The
That's
master
true.
stroke of trolling.
That's
Yes.
true. Or maybe it should. I don't think it should be weekly because we don't want to like just give it to anybody.
Could be.
But it could be like an ongoing.
Well, it could be an annual contest where we look at back at the last 10 years, in the
Oh.
last year, we take like the top 10 and everyone votes on it. And then there's a nice trolling trophy that goes to the winner.
virtual trolling trophy.
You're witnessing the birth of genius right here.
That's us.
All right, yeah, I think this is a great plan, guys. We'll all that extra time we have, we're gonna start doing digital awards. Good plan. We're gonna put down this this thing. But anyway, don't interrupt.
What's next?
Oh, you're done?
I'm done, yeah.
You're done with that?
Yep.
Who was but like was I mean, the camp was the people who were outraged and the people who weren't. Is that how it was?
Yeah, I mean, the guy
As
was
always.
outraged and calling out the owner of the Westminster Barbershop, conveniently located in the Westminster Shopping Center, for doing vandalism.
No, it's the mall.
At Westminster Mall? Yes, sorry, the Westminster Mall.
Oof.
That is what I...
Hopefully-
Wow.
there's-
It's
they're
actually,
probably-
it's the town mall of Westminster.
Town Mall of Westminster is where it's located.
And what was the business whose signs were defamed?
It wasn't a business, it was an event for some kind of a 5K. It was in
Oh.
Baltimore. Like, it wasn't even anything local.
This one's really hard because, like, at first I was like, man, you don't want to just be like, essentially using someone else's signage as your own. This isn't like New York City where you just post bills over top of each other, I guess. But if the event is over,
The event is over and not even local, and then somebody is trying to smudge Westminster Barbershop's name, 410-857-6220, conveniently located in Town Mall.
Of
And
West,
it was
Town Mall of Westminster.
Town Mall of Westminster incorrectly. Smoke-free 7 days a week. What do you think?
Vape free, too.
Vape-free also.
gosh, I don't know where to weigh in on this one. I feel like I blame the street team, and I'm gonna blame those fucking kids.
Speaking of
Why
kids,
do you do that, man?
I want to make you earn your non-pay by bleeping that one out.
So did
Speaking
you
of
hear-
kids, yeah.
Kids, did
Got
you
more
hear
kids
about
problems, those kids.
a child was rescued 2 days ago? A toddler, I believe 3 years old.
Were they imprisoned at the border?
They were not. They would have been safer at the border.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like it, yeah.
They would have been safer in a cage. They were trying to cross 140 by Sullivan Road, which is like, what, 4, 5, 10 lanes, something like that?
Well, so they were like 12 or 14.
What, the age of the kid?
Yeah.
No, they were 3.
Oh,
years old.
That seems pretty dangerous.
Yeah.
Did they make it?
So a local woman, grabbed the kid, picked him up, and I think it may have been her, I don't remember, picked the child up and posted their picture on social media to find the parents. I don't know the outcome, but I know the child was
Well,
safe.
she just got a free child, is what it sounds
She
like.
could have gotten a free child, yes. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
Right.
It's a tax write-off, isn't it? You're a lawyer.
Potentially, yeah, potentially, depending what her standard deduction is. But, if you can do it for turtles, why not for children?
Exactly.
But I think we collectively hate children more than turtles. in
And
this community.
this proves it too. And also what proves it is there was a very controversial post of a young man who was peeling out donuts in a parking lot in his car between the ages of 16 and 17 and almost hit a grown man and his stroller. And
The grown man has.
the grown man yelled
in
at
a
him.
stroller?
The grown man had his child in a stroller. He was
Okay.
not in a stroller.
Okay.
That would have been way more interesting. I would have hit him myself with my car if I would have seen that.
Yeah, get that out
But
of here.
the driver rolled down his window and said, "Keep you and your damn kid away from me," or something like that, or get the hell out of my way. So
Well, I mean,
It's obstructing
pretty fun-
donuts.
Yeah.
yeah,
The right to donut, isn't that like the 30th Amendment
think
pending?
it
it is.
Yeah.
It's still not.
What was he in the Shoppers parking lot? Because their donuts are pretty big.
I don't know what parking lot he was. I know he wasn't in the Starbucks parking lot.
Well, if he
Can't do
was, he
anything
would have
there.
gone through Starbucks. There's no room for a donut there.
Exactly.
So process elimination. I really hope he was at like peak Chick-fil-A, just donutting, just like cutting through swaths of people and children, hopefully.
I say we dress up toddlers as turtles, and then maybe people will be more careful.
Yeah. I mean, but if toddlers are turtles, who are we gonna blame for everything? Can we blame turtles? Because I need to blame kids for
I
something.
mean, the kids need to be blamed for.
We can
just
blame
about
Westminster
everything.
Barbershop.
Yes.
So we were talking.
Conveniently located in the town mall of Westminster.
Speaking of the town mall of
Smoke-free.
Westminster, the owner of Cobb 51 had like a major post where apparently someone was refusing to pay and was threatening to blackmail them with a bad review on
Bum,
the
bum,
internet.
bum.
The internet, which to me is
no.
like, I mean that does stink. I mean I think all of us here have experience with like online reviews being important for things and like having a 1-star review that is essentially blackmail, but like. I kind of feel like you just have to accept that the volume of your business is going to have those people come out. Because basically, I mean, you might know the statistics. You guys are internet experts. 5 and 1-star reviews probably make up like 80% of reviews.
Yes, exactly. You're
Right?
exactly right.
There's
Few
no one.
people-
No one's like. I'm mildly indifferent to my dinner. Allow me to put up my Kafka-esque post about my food. Right? No one.
Raise your hand
doing
if you know who
that.
Kafka is.
I'm trying to elevate this podcast a little bit, guys. So, like, you know, no one's doing 3-star reviews, right? Let me tell you a little trick. I do 2-star reviews that are really bad, so I seem more credible sometimes.
Yes, and the reviewer needs to seem credible.
Right. So, like, I think that stinks. You know, I don't know all the circumstances. That really stinks, but I think you just gotta suck it up. And the fact that Cobb 51 had 250 people commenting on it, basically being like, "You go get them," like, is probably much better. Like way more power online than a 1-star review.
Yes, and then now everybody's going to know who that 1-star is.
And it was
why.
preemptive, right? So
Yeah.
they're posting like,
In
look
fact-
out for the 1-star because
In
this
fact,
person's an
if
idiot.
I don't see a 1-star review on Cobb, I'm gonna go post
That's
it
right.
so that everyone will dogpile 5 stars, and then I'll say thank you. They'll say
Yeah,
thank you.
they'll say thank you, and we will be here making.
actually-
what do they do clay?
If you don't see
I just
it,
want to do the ghost.
they have pottery.
Yes,
and
we'll do the ghost scene here. You guys will listen to it.
it could have actually just been a publicity stunt, really. Maybe there was no 1-star person, and then they started this deal.
Connect
and
the
now
dots.
here we are talking about it on Carol Worldwide. It's
They
brilliant.
got us. You
They
got
got
us,
us.
Cobb 51.
Thank gosh.
And then you talk about bad reviews. There was I think I like threw a little shade at LifeBridge for writing me a letter.
Again?
No, this I'm saying in the past for writing me a letter telling me my dead grandmother's personal information had been compromised. But someone posted that they had a really good ER experience with their child there, which like that's pretty hard to have a good ER experience. I mean like you're pretty much in the pits when you get to a place
Right.
for an ER trip, unless it's like a field trip, I guess. And she said it was very good there. So hats off to them for taking care of father.
Finally.
But I got to call this person out. Being very concerned about their child's happiness does not fit the brand of our online community. We got to be
true.
Yeah,
we
you gotta
we
hate
gotta
kids.
say
Yeah.
this 3-year-old is not as tough as I was when I was 3.
Right.
Exactly.
Right? They're coddled
I wouldn't
by
have had to go to the ER when I was right.
Right.
Whatever it is.
coddled by the internet, coddled by
They get
millennials
they get trophies for just participating.
Yes, that's the big one. Participation
Yep.
trophies.
for 3-year-olds,
Yeah.
Yep.
made by 3-year-olds.
I wonder
This
if
wasn't the same 3-year-old that crossed the road though.
but
Oh,
the 3-year-old
no,
across
maybe it was. That's why they're in the ER.
the 3-year-old across the road got a participation trophy.
They did.
Yep.
From who?
I don't know.
They
It's
probably-
millennials.
They're getting one digitally from us. It's gonna be.
Oh, okay. We're gonna do a participation trophy too. I'm writing all this down, guys.
They got it from the millennials at the Westminster Barbershop located at the Westminster Town Center.
So
Town Mall of Westminster.
Mall of
dude.
Westminster.
The
I'm
last-
telling you, I know somebody's gonna call us and it's gonna be like we're at the town mall, but they're very particular.
Randy,
And we're about 20 minutes into this.
I
so
think you might have eaten the trash online. What did you do to get in trouble on the internet?
Are you calling me out?
I'm calling you out.
Are you telling me I can run but I can't hide?
Hey, we are not
Carol
hypocrites.
Worldwide.
Carol Worldwide.
How much time do we have to talk about
We
this?
don't
Yes.
have. We're really out of time.
But he's got. Look, I don't want
We
this to be a
can't-
Joshua situation. Let him finish.
Can't be to be continued. I mean,
I saw this very formidable looking insane guy on the side of the road yelling at himself and having a conversation that he lost because he walked away from himself with his arms akimbo.
whoa.
And I posted
Akimbo.
Akimbo.
SAT word.
I think it's like this, right? Like when you're just
Oh
like,
yeah,
I give
no.
up.
Yeah, you're right. You're
And
right.
I got a bunch of crap from people saying that we need to coddle the mentally ill, which we do, but there's also those who are dangerous and you don't want your kids around. And I came to the conclusion that after everybody was yelling at me about it and talking about, oh, I know this guy, he's nice, I've talked to him. This guy's name was Steve. I think we were talking about 5 different Steves. Not Steve
Oh.
Lowe, not here, but I think we were
I
talking
could have been
about,
one of them. Though,
yeah,
right?
maybe. But I think we were talking about different people. And I would not let my kids near this guy. It's just how I feel. There are certain people on the street of Westminster that they either need help, they need care, or they need to be removed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that like people have that common complaint about the library, right? Like it's like you have to like wade through a bunch of people that were rolled out of mental institutions in the 1980s.
Yes.
And now they have the library. It's free access. And look, the library's got to serve all patrons. We all are citizens here. But like perhaps just having someone parked on the street with severe schizophrenia is not the best for them or the community.
No, it is
Just
not.
a hot take there.
And to say that you're going to walk up and say hi to this person with your kid is extremely
More power
reckless.
to them if they want to.
Extremely reckless of you, and you hate kids too, I guess.
But now we know his name
Well,
is Steve.
But you know,
But I bet we do hate kids.
it further proves your point, and no one has disproved it yet from the observations that I've seen.
Here's what I think we do, right? We solve a lot of problems at once. We give the people that seem the most disturbed a knife, and then we just have kids interact with them, and then the community real happy. 'Cause now you have
People will be
those
set straight real quick.
yeah, and then maybe have them cross the road together.
Exactly.
All together.
Exactly. I mean, if you look
With
at the
Steve.
That tied it up pretty nicely. I think we're done, right?
I think we are.
All right.
Signing off.
I'm Dennis Twig.
I'm Randy Goldstein.
I'm Steve Lowe.
See you later.
Later.